Today on Upfront, October surprises, damaging video of Donald Trump from 11 years ago. Trump making sexually aggressive comments about women. How embarrassing is this for state Republicans, especially Wisconsin's Republican leaders? I'll ask conservative political analyst Brian Fraley. Then my interview with former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, why he's backing his one-time rival and his message for his supporters.
Covering the issues important to Wisconsin. This is Upfront with Mike Goucher.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Upfront. It was a real bombshell late on a Friday afternoon. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump making sexually suggestive and aggressive statements about women on videotape. It has shaken the race for the White House. And the timing of the Trump revelations was particularly unfortunate for Wisconsin Republicans. Trump was supposed to join Speaker Paul Ryan, Governor Walker, and Senator Ron Johnson at Ryan's Fall Fest in Elkhorn Saturday afternoon. But Ryan disinvited Trump late Friday, saying he was sickened by Trump's comments. We're talking more about what happens next with conservative political strategist and analyst Brian Fraley. He's run a number of Republican campaigns, and he has been never Trump from the start. Brian Fraley, it's good to have you back on the program.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
So let's talk about what this means, and we'll talk about that on several different levels. First of all, for Trump's chances in the state of Wisconsin, what does this mean?
He's done. Look, if the election were held today, neither Clinton nor Trump have 50% of the vote, right? They're fighting over the last remaining undecideds. Now, I think the erosion of Trump support, both here and nationally, could be minimal, because Trump, being a vulgar, obnoxious misogynist, is kind of unfortunately baked in the cake, right? But the independent voters or the suburban swing voters, the women in the WOW counties who don't necessarily affiliate with the Republican Party but vote Republican more often than not, he was really hurting with those and was targeting them. I don't see them now saying, well, yeah, sure, now I'll join the Trump train.
Do you think the state was winnable?
Yes.
You do think it was winnable?
Yeah, because he was so outperforming the Republican average north of Madison. In the 8th Congressional District, in the 7th Congressional District, and doing well in parts of the northern parts of the 3rd Congressional District too. Yeah, Wisconsin was in reach, which is why I think you saw a lot of Republicans who had been never Trump reluctantly come on board the campaign in the last 10 days.
Is there any chance that this, you made an interesting comment there about it may not affect at least some people who are Trump supporters. There are these arguments being made, this is just guys being guys when they're not around women.
Yeah, it's not. Guys may be cads when they're, locker room banter, but he wasn't just talking about the physical attributes of a good-looking woman and talking about how he'd like to sleep with them. He was bragging about how he used his celebrity and his authority and power to sexually assault and grope women. And, they let you do it when you're a star. It's far different than just locker room talk. And it really saddens me to see and hear conservatives and Republicans that I respect make excuses and say, well, Donald Trump's the guy. I'll die on that hill for him.
Well, really, their argument is that Hillary Clinton is worse. That's what I've heard from some people.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton is awful. Okay, she is power hungry, breaks the law. Her incompetence did get people killed in Benghazi and elsewhere. Her foreign policy is awful. But that doesn't, we don't then say, well, she's worse, so therefore I'll accept all of the problems that come with Donald Trump. You just don't do that, or at least I don't.
So you have some Wisconsin politicians who have decided to support Donald Trump, and they range from Speaker Ryan to Governor Walker to Senator Johnson. It's not enthusiastic support, let's be honest about it, but it is support. Yeah. How badly damaged are these high-profile politicians by their support for Donald Trump?
Short term, I don't know. Long term, devastating. Because,
why do you say that?
Because in the end, you are judged not only by the company you keep, but the decisions you make. And people who make decisions knowing what they know, and let's make no mistake here, this wasn't the October surprise. Yes, it was coordinated with the media and the Clinton campaign to distract from the email scandal and the WikiLeaks. But this wasn't the October surprise. This was the October 7th surprise. There's hundreds of hours of tape of him. He bragged in his book about how he loved to bed married women. There is more coming out. This is the tip of the iceberg. We knew this was going to happen. those of us in the Never Trump movement warned about this for a year, saying he cannot be our nominee because October is going to be a disaster, and it will be.
What about the future for Kenosha native Reince Priebus, the chair of the RNC, who has tried to rally Republican support around Donald Trump? What happens to him?
He's damaged. I mean, Reince is a friend and a good guy, and I know that he's feeling a lot of anguish over this. On one hand, he may say, well, this is just, he might be trying to rationalize in himself that this is overreacting. We knew this was going to happen. But deep down, he's a father, he's a husband, he has little girls. How you can stay in the same room and work for a guy like this. I would love to see someone make a principled stand and put either their political career or their elected office or their position second and walk away publicly. I think the speaker.
Do you think that's likely?
I don't know. I think it has to be a high-profile person to kind of give a permission slip for everyone else.
So like a Paul Ryan?
Perhaps. And Paul Ryan disinviting Trump was great. It was swift. It was appreciated. It's not enough.
Does that tick off any of the Trump people? The fact that they just...
But look, the Trump people will not like Paul Ryan no matter what. The diehard Trump people will hate all the establishment Republicans because they weren't with him soon enough. They weren't with him strong enough. This is a strong nationalist, white supremacist movement. There's a lot of that in here. There's just a lot of people who are just angry, want to blow up the entire system. And whoever wasn't on the Trump train a year ago, you're not good enough anyway. So you're never going to curry favor with his hardcore base, the base of 30% of the voters who will vote for him even if he shot somebody on Fifth Avenue.
The debates, the first one may have made a difference. How about from this point forward?
I do not believe Donald Trump will sit down at a town hall meeting with Hillary Clinton and debate. I think we saw the last Clinton-Trump debate over a week ago.
Your prediction as of this moment?
Yes.
In a rapidly changing environment?
Yes, and who knows? We'll have to see what the next disclosure is in the next 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. Brian Fraley, who is a conservative strategist, run a lot of campaigns for Republican candidates. Good to have you back on the program.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it. Coming up next week on Upfront, my guest will be prominent Donald Trump supporter, Milwaukee County Sheriff David A. Clarke Jr. I'll be asking him for his take on whether Trump can still win Wisconsin. Next on Upfront, Senator Bernie Sanders, his message to his supporters about the election, and later the state lawmaker who says the legislature should hold hearings to get to the bottom of the John Doe investigation.
Upfront with Mike Goucher, brought to you by the American Transmission Company and the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association.